And they said, what are you going to do? And I called them and told them, meet me, you know, and I said, I need 2 great big foam dice. I need you to order me 2 of them. Long story short, we had a little race at the Daniel Boone Rolling Like Monopoly style come about. In 5 years doing this little race, we raised $8,200.
Wonderful.
So you think your idea, you know, you may have is kind of on the little silly side, but just think about a little dice rolling game that made $8,200.
You know, that is so wonderful. And, you know, I've been at different events that you all have held before in times past. And, you know, the survivors, the cancer survivors are the ones that want to take the most part in. And so proud to be a volunteer or something like that.
You know, sometimes in life, we don't get treated like we want to be. We get cancer. Well, anyway, these survivors come up, and we've had one, even our vice president. He is a miracle. His name is Ray Atkins. And just to be honest, he shouldn't even be here today. But the Lord seemed fit to spare him. And we actually wrote him a check, helped him. He was in a hard time, worked all of his life, and volunteered for other services. He says, when, not if. Brother Johnson, he looked at me, he says, when?
When.
And the Lord healed him. And he says, I want to help you. He stepped in as our vice president. He has got just tons of things done for us. He's got us on our feet. It's just wonderful to have him, and just let him know I appreciate him for all the wonderful things he has done. But on our volunteers like him, we need you. And if you've had cancer, you know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
But when Betty Jordan and them come to me, and Teresa Epperson, they said, we need your help. And I said, I'm for you. I'm there. I said, if I help one person with cancer that I don't know, I've done my job. And you can do yours. Matter of fact, last year, October, they told my wife that her dad just had a little while to live. He got cancer, 3 places on his body. The only thing that they said that we could do was make him comfortable as can be, and this was the 1st of October. He lived. He lived actually until about a few days just before Christmas. See, it affects every one of us in life. You know, it's just, who would ever thought that my father-in-law would pass away with cancer? Nothing we could do about that. The Lord wanted him to come home. Sometimes, you know, this life is tough. At one event we've had, I played a song, and it was about a little girl with cancer. And anyway, long story short, a lady had come up and she said, you know, my son's girlfriend passed away with cancer just a little while before.
Oh.
And she said, you really hurt his feelings. And I said, this song wasn't to hurt his feelings. Because, you know, life sometimes, like I say, it is cruel.
Right. Yes.
And we all got to step up for those that lose their girlfriend and things. We've got to be there for the ones that are taking the treatments, that have got a shot to come back. And Lord knows, I feel for those that do lose somebody with cancer.
You know, people don't realize the devastation that cancer brings to a family. It affects everybody. It affects the whole family. You know, there's so many different types of cancer. There's skin cancer. For the women, there's breast cancer. Just different types of lung cancer. You know, a lot of my family's been affected by cancer. And we have an opportunity to help people to put a stop to this.
Actually, we do. You know, through life, when people actually, you know, they come up with cancer, we've had, I'll give an example. Maybe, you know, Betty may not be mad at me, but I told her that I would spread the word for her. Her son passed away at the age of 45 or 46, Brother Jonathan.
Yeah.
And he had so many friends. And just to be honest, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, and I'm guilty of this myself. And, you know, I may get in trouble with people, but when you got somebody with cancer, it doesn't matter who it is. That's what I mean. Go and tell them you love them.
Right.
If nothing else, you know, just put a cold rag on their head, hold their hand, and tell them, I'll be here for you. I don't want to make anybody mad, but cancer is a serious thing.
Right.
And we need to step up for the ones that we can help. We need to be there for them.
Exactly. And you know, there's so many countless things that people can do. You know, when people's taking cancer treatments, of course, their hair begins to fall out. You know, and I know that different places like Great Clips and things like that, they donate wigs and they donate hair to them and everything.
Exactly. I thought myself, Brother Jonathan, I'll let my hair grow out, but you got to grow it kind of long. And I thought, well, what will people think of me going to all these events with long hair, or go and ask them for a donation?
Right.
You know, what would they think of me? But think of this. If you can't be part of the volunteers, do you know what? If you just knowing somebody that doesn't have hair, if you could just grow your hair long, that would be one of the greatest things that you could do for somebody.
I know some church sisters that have went to different places and donated a certain length of their hair.